Stop everything and check your bank app. Because what just happened could change the way you think about your money forever in a shocking development that's already making headlines across the country. A major U.S. bank has just been hacked, compromising millions of customer accounts overnight. This isn't a drill, and it's not just another data breach story. This is a real unfolding crisis that could impact your savings, your privacy, and your financial future, no matter who you are or where you bank. Imagine waking up to a flood of notifications. Your bank app won't load. Your debit card is declined and your email is filled with alerts about suspicious activity. You try to call customer service, but the lines are jammed. Social media is exploding with panic as people across the country realize their accounts have been compromised. For some, it's just a frozen card or a missing payment. For others, it's thousands of dollars gone in an instant with no clear answer on when or if they'll get it back. Let's set the stage. For years, we've trusted banks to keep our money safe. We use online banking, mobile apps, and digital payments for everything from groceries to mortgages. We assume that behind the scenes there are layers of security, firewalls, and experts working around the clock to protect our accounts. But today's hack has shattered that sense of safety. The reality is even the biggest. Banks are vulnerable to cyber attacks, and when they fall, the impact is immediate and personal. How did this happen? Early reports suggest that hackers exploited a vulnerability in the bank's online systems, gaining access to customer data, account numbers, and even transaction histories. Some experts believe it was a coordinated attack, possibly involving sophisticated malware or phishing schemes that bypass traditional security measures. The bank's IT team is scrambling to contain the breach, but the damage is already done. Millions of accounts are at risk, and the full extent of the hack may not be known for days or even weeks. The emotional toll is enormous. Imagine the fear and frustration of seeing your hard-earned money vanish, your bills go unpaid, or your credit score plummet because of fraudulent charges. For small business owners, it can mean missed payroll, lost customers, and a damaged reputation. For families, it can mean anxiety about whether their savings are really safe. And for retirees, it can mean sleepless nights wondering if their nest egg will survive. But it's not just about the money. A bank hack is a red flag for deeper problems in the financial system. In the past, similar attacks have led to widespread panic, bank runs, and even government intervention. When people lose trust in their bank, they start to question everything. Is my money really safe? Should I move my funds? What happens if my identity is stolen? The fear of losing access to your savings can lead to panic, rumors, and even more chaos. So what exactly should you do if your bank is hacked? The first step is awareness. Know the warning signs. BO. Start in turret mess to reuse. Unusual. Account activity or unauthorized transactions. Trouble logging into your bank app or website. Emails or texts from your bank about suspicious activity. Customer service lines that are busy or unresponsive. News reports or social media posts about a breach. If you notice any of these red flags, act fast. The sooner you respond, the more options you have to protect your money and your identity. In the next section, we'll break down the specific steps you need to take if your account is compromised or if you think you're at risk. We'll cover how to communicate with your bank, how to freeze your credit, and how to monitor your accounts for ongoing threats. We'll also share insider tips from cybersecurity experts and real-life stories from people who've survived major hacks and come out stronger on the other side. But before we move on, let's be clear. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about being realistic. The rules have changed, and those who adapt will survive, while those who ignore the warning signs could pay a heavy price. If you want to Protect your money, your family, and your peace of mind. You need to be informed, prepared, and ready to act before it's too late. Now that you understand the scale and seriousness of a major bank hack, let's talk about what you should do step by step if you find yourself caught in the middle of this crisis, or if you want to make sure you're never a victim. The first and most important rule: do not panic. While a compromised account is a financial emergency, it's also a situation where quick, smart action can make all the difference. Step 1. Secure your accounts immediately. If you suspect your bank account has been hacked, log in if you can and change your password to something strong and unique. If you can't access your account, call your bank's emergency line right away. Most banks have 247 fraud hotlines for exactly this reason. Report any suspicious activity, unauthorized transactions, or login attempts. Ask the bank to freeze your account if necessary to prevent further losses. Step 2. Monitor all your financial accounts. A bank hack rarely stops at just one account. Hackers often use stolen information to target your credit cards, investment accounts, and even digital wallets. Check every account you own for unusual activity. Set up alerts for large transactions, password changes, or new device login. If you see anything suspicious, report it immediately. Step 3. Freeze your credit. If your personal information, like your social security number, address, or date of birth, was exposed in the hack, you're at risk for identity theft. Contact the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and request a credit freeze. This prevents anyone from opening new accounts in your name until you lift the freeze. It's free and it won't affect your credit score. Step 4. File a fraud alert and monitor your credit report. A fraud alert tells lenders to take extra steps to verify your identity before approving new credit. You only need to contact one bureau. They'll notify the others. Check your credit report regularly for any new accounts or inquiries you don't recognize. The sooner you catch identity theft, the easier it is to stop. Step 5. Document everything. Keep a record of every call, email, or chat with your bank and the credit bureaus. Write down the names of representatives, dates, and what was discussed. Save copies of all correspondence. This documentation will be crucial if you need to dispute charges, prove your case, or file a police report. Step 6. File a police report if necessary. If money was stolen or your identity was used fraudulently, file a report with your local police department. This creates an official record and can help you recover lost funds or clear your name with creditors. Step 7. Update your passwords and security questions everywhere. If hackers got into your bank account, they may try to access your email, social media, or other financial accounts. Change your passwords to strong, unique combinations for every account. Avoid using the same password twice. Update your security questions and enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Step 8. Watch out for phishing scams. After a major hack, scammers often send fake emails or texts, pretending to be your bank asking you to verify your account or reset your password. Never click on links in unsolicited messages. Always go directly to your bank's official website or app. Let's look at a real-life example. Sarah, a teacher, woke up to find her checking account drained after her bank was hacked. She immediately called her bank, froze her account, and filed a fraud report. She also froze her credit and changed all her passwords. Because she acted quickly and kept detailed records, she was able to recover most of her money and prevent further damage. Her story is a reminder that speed and documentation are your best allies. But what if you're not in crisis yet? The best offense is a good offense. Here's how to stay off a hacker's radar. Use Strong, unique passwords for every account. Enable two-factor authentication on all financial apps. Never share your login details or click on suspicious links. Regularly review your account statements and credit reports. Keep your devices updated with the latest security patches. Expert tip. Consider using a password manager to generate and store complex passwords. It's safer than writing them down or reusing the same password everywhere. What about business owners? If you run a business, talk to your bank about fraud protection services. Set up dual controls for large transfers. Require multiple approvals for payments. And train your staff to recognize phishing attempts. Keep your business and personal accounts separate to limit your exposure. Stay alert for updates from your bank. Banks are required to notify customers about breaches and what steps they're taking to fix the problem. Follow their instructions, but also do your own research. Don't rely solely on official statements. Sometimes the full scope of a hack isn't revealed right away. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into advanced strategies for protecting your wealth in an era of cyber threats. We'll cover legal tools, insurance options, and the latest expert advice on staying one step ahead of hackers. We'll also explore how technology, regulation, and global events could reshape the way you access and manage your money in the years to come. Don't wait until you're a victim. Take action now to secure your financial future, now that you know how to respond in a crisis and the immediate steps to take after a bank hack. Let's talk about long-term strategies to protect your wealth and digital identity in a world where cyber threats are only getting more sophisticated. The truth is the financial landscape is changing fast, and those who adapt early will be the ones who thrive no matter what hackers or technology throw their way. First, diversify your financial relationships. Don't keep all your money in one bank or even one type of account. Spread your savings across multiple institutions. Consider a mix of traditional banks, credit unions, and even reputable online banks. This way, if one account is compromised or frozen, you'll still have access to funds elsewhere. For larger sums, use accounts that offer enhanced security features and fraud protection. Second, invest in cyber insurance. Many people don't realize that you can now buy personal cyber insurance policies that cover losses from hacking, identity theft, and even ransomware attacks. Some banks and credit card companies offer this as an add-on, while independent insurers provide more comprehensive plans. If you have significant assets or run a business, this extra layer of protection can be a financial lifesaver. Third, use technology to your advantage. Set up real-time alerts for every transaction on your accounts. Use biometric authentication like fingerprint or facial recognition for your banking apps. Regularly update your devices and apps to patch security vulnerabilities. Consider using a hardware security key for two-factor authentication. These are much harder for hackers to bypass than SMS codes. Fourth, educate your family and employees. Cybersecurity is a team effort. Make sure everyone in your household or business knows how to spot phishing emails, avoid suspicious links, and use strong passwords. Hold regular cyber drills where you practice what to do if an account is compromised. The more prepared your circle is, the less likely you're to fall victim to a scam. Fifth, keep your paperwork and digital records organized. Store copies of your account numbers, customer service contacts, and important documents in a secure offline location. If you ever need to prove your identity, dispute a charge, or recover from a hack, having this information at your fingertips will save you time and stress. 6. Stay informed about new threats and regulations. Cybercrime is constantly evolving, and so are the laws and tools designed to fight it. Subscribe to Reputable financial news sources follow. Updates from your bank and consider joining consumer protection organizations. The more you know, the better you can adapt your strategy before new threats emerge. Seventh, consider alternative stores of value. While banks are generally safe, no system is perfect. Some people choose to keep a small emergency fund in cash, precious metals, or even a secure digital wallet. If you go this route, make sure you understand the risks: physical theft, loss, or lack of FDIC insurance, and balance your approach accordingly. Let's look at a scenario. Carlos, a freelance designer, used to keep all his money in one checking account. After a friend lost thousands in a bank hack, Carlos opened a second account at a credit union, set up transaction alerts, and bought a small cyber insurance policy. When his primary bank was later targeted in a breach, Carlos was able to move his funds quickly and avoid major losses. Or consider the Nguyen family who run a small business. They invested in cyber security training for their staff, set up dual controls for payments, and kept their business and personal accounts completely separate. When a phishing scam hit their industry, they recognized the warning signs and avoided disaster. Expert tip: if you're worried about the future of banking, pay attention to global trends. In some countries, major hacks have led to new regulations, mandatory insurance, and even government bailouts. Watch for signals from the Federal Reserve, the FDIC, and major financial news outlets. If you see signs of a broader crisis, such as multiple banks being hacked or government officials urging calm, it may be time to take extra precautions. Don't forget about estate planning. If you want to, make sure your family can access your funds in an emergency, set up joint accounts, power of attorney documents, or clear instructions for your heirs. The last thing you want is for your loved ones to be locked out of your savings when they need it most. Here's a practical checklist to future-proof your finances. Diversify your accounts across multiple banks and credit unions. Set up real-time transaction alerts and use two-factor authentication. Invest in personal cyber insurance if you have significant assets. Educate your family and employees about cybersecurity best practices. Keep digital and paper records of all your accounts and contact. Stay informed about new threats, regulations, and security tools. As we close, remember the world of banking and finance is changing fast, but you don't have to be a victim of uncertainty. By taking action now, diversifying your accounts, planning for emergencies, and staying informed, you can protect your money, your business, and your family no matter what comes. Next, if you found this deep dive helpful, make sure to subscribe and share this video with anyone who needs to know the truth about America's new financial reality. The story is still unfolding, and you won't want to miss what happens